The military coups should also be within there. And we expect that since somebody was talking about corruption, because for me I'm a strong member of the PLU, and I was so happy that
you're strong what?
A strong supporter. A strong support of PLU as a pressure group of the NRM government. We are not political party, but we are a strong pressure group that supports NRM. We are not different from NRM. I heard some people in the media saying that like the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. For us, we are believing in the spirit of fighting corruption, fighting for Ugandans to get the best governance they need in this country. So I expect General Kainerugaba Muhoozi to build corruption in military. I'm expecting Balaam to sit down with the youth as how he has been with us from the genesis and why he has been promoted to the level of being a state minister for youth, children affairs. So he should come back and sit at the red table. How can I empower the youth? What are the problems of the youth? Because now when Museveni appoints you, he had seen that Uganda, the percentage is the youth. And when the youth say, yes, it is yes, and when they say, no, it is no. So, Balaam, this is the message for you, Honorable. Go back to the basics where you said you want to fight for the youth, and first freeze the political prisoners. As an example that we have seen in Senegal, we may be having younger leaders there in prisons who are rotting there with visions for this country, who can be the member of parliament, who can be the MP, who can be the minister, who can be the CEO, who can be in our position where we are.
The president.
But because they cannot access, we cannot get such a leader. So let us have political prisoners out of prisons, and see how we can see them mandate. Because I remember that if you are jailed for more than 3 weeks, that means you have gone to the University of Understanding. You had known your problem where you were arrested, you have known the problem where you have been there, and you have gained the mandate that when you go to the community, you can change. You can change the society, not being a prisoner, that you cannot change the society. Now we have examples of Nelson Mandela, we have examples of fire. He has made history. There are other prisoners who came out and ruled some countries. We have seen many people being political prisoners, but in actual sense, if we bring them back to the round table, we discuss their problems, we can make Uganda a better place to stay in. So, first, I thank the President for appointing the youth now. We have now the youth, and I congratulate the Honorable Namtoro Fiona, the Honorable Lillian, the Balaam on the board. May he continue to serve Uganda, but knowing that Uganda is bigger than all of us, and we shall be happy when we judge you by the 2 years in the state cabinet.
Wow, interesting. Rugumayo, before we take a short commercial break, the president, when he was announcing his cabinet in 2021, there's some analogy that he used to describe them, you know. And the public basically began to, evaluate and ask questions that people were used to. Let's use the example of the Prime Minister. They're used to the stature of Ruakana Rugunda, the stature of Amama Mbabazi, that demeanor of, that executive demeanor. Then you have Robina Nabanja. And not to be prejudicial to her, she's an astute leader. In her own right, she's immaculate. But, the way people began to look at it like, it's a cabinet of mobilizers and not... So I don't know.